The Republic of the Philippines Department of Education, Information and Communication Technology Services, or Philippine National PKI, Department of Information and Communication Technology, or DICT, Infrastructure Pnpki frequently asked question. What is Pnpki? What is the Public Key Infrastructure, or PKI? The Public Key Infrastructure, or PKI, is the one that secures communications among individuals and government agencies. Through the PKI, the government delivery of services to citizens and businesses becomes safer, faster, and more efficient. What is called a public key? The public key in PKI refers to the virtual key used to secure files sent over an otherwise unsecure public network like the Internet. Does public mean open and unrestricted? The answer is no. Why do I need a PKI? As more people use online applications over insecure networks, the need for file security and integrity of information increases. This is where the PKI comes in. It addresses the issue of authenticity, confidentiality, and integrity of information. What is digital certificate? A digital certificate is a file issued by certificate authority containing the user's personal information, just like an ordinary ID. In this case, the certificate is digital. The question is, how can I have a digital certificate? This is the answer. You can have a digital certificate personally submitting an application to Registration Authority, or RA. The RA will then ask the certificate authority to generate a key or code and give it to you after processing. And the next question, do I have to pay for it? The answer is no. The digital certificate is free. Where can I use a digital certificate? You can use a digital certificate in the following application. First one, your email and other documents. The second one, encrypt a document and or digitally sign it. It is used to authenticate documents or put signature on them or both. And the other question, how do I use a digital certificate? The answer is, as an example, people need a digital certificate to send you an encrypted email that only you can open. They also use it to verify your digital signature on electronic documents. It is not the certificate that you need to protect, but the private key that is associated with it. Hence, in cryptographic tokens, the private key is generated in the token and cannot be extracted from it. Soft tokens, however, store this private key as an ordinary electronic file. It is usually encrypted and the encryption is computationally infeasible to break. Nonetheless, this private key, if someone gets a copy of it and also the passphrase to use it, can be used along with the digital certificate to fraudulently sign documents or open encrypted email. The question is, do I have an option not to use a digital certificate? The answer, you have that option not to do so. However, should you choose that option, you will not be able to do the following. The first one, open the encrypted files. Second one, access applications that require digital certificates. And the third one, digitally signed documents for authenticity. The question is, when can I use a digital certificate? Whenever you feel like it, or every time secure communication is needed, or a digital certificate is required for authenticity, confidentiality, and integrity of data. The next question, who can avail of digital certificate? Any individual who is of age and possesses the necessary documents, as stated in the application form, may apply for a digital certificate. Can I apply for other people's certificate? The answer is yes, as long as the other person is aware. You can submit the required documents for application. Anyhow, the digital certificate will be forwarded to the applicant's email. And the next question, where can I use a digital certificate? A digital certificate can be used in online transactions, in documents, digital signatures, in office application, and in software developed in-house. For the next question, how long can I use the digital certificate? The answer is, a digital certificate is valid for up to 2 years. After that, you have to apply for a new one. Then for the next question, how do I renew and how long is the process for renewal? The answer is, a digital certificate cannot be renewed, meaning you have to apply for a new one every time it expired and go through the application process again. All requirements will have to be satisfied and a personal appearance is required. The next question, when can I store the digital certificate? It can be stored in a USB flash drive, a PC desktop or laptop, or a mobile device. The next question, what types of certificate are issued? You can avail of the following type of certificate. Here are the types of certificate are issued. The first one, authentication certificate. Authentication certificate used in application that require the user to log in. It can be used to encrypt email. And the second one is signing certificate. Signing certificate used to digitally sign documents. And for the next question, what if I lost my certificate? The answer is, the digital certificate is a public document. The moment you use it, you can never lose it. However, if the private key is lost, compromised, or the passphrase to use it is forgotten, then the certificate needs to be revoked and a new key can be generated as well as the digital certificate that will be associated with it. For the next question, what if the subscriber resigns, retire, or exit from government service? The answer is, it is a soft token. Surrendering it is not necessary. The certifying agency or CA can easily revoke the token. However, if it's a cryptographic token and the company or CA owns it, it needs to be surrendered. Individual owners may continue to use the certificates for transaction outside and the concerned agency. The next question is, what are my responsibility as digital certificate holder? The answer is, you have the responsibility to protect the certificate from misuse and abuse. You cannot, for example, lend it to other people or use it to forge documents or commit illegal acts with it. Unauthorized and illegal use are punishable according to the severity of the offense. A policy will be issued detailing the punishment for each administrative or criminal offense committed in the use of a digital certificate. The next question is, how long is the application process? The answer is, upon completion of all the requirements by the applicant, a verification process will start. This process will take a minimum of 1 day and a maximum of 2 days, depending on the completion of requirements. After submission of complete documents, the certificate is issued within a day or 2. Section 4.2.3 of the Root CA-CP state that the issuance of digital certificates should not exceed 5 calendar days after successful identity verification. The next question is, it is possible to have multiple certificates? The answer is, a person may have 2 digital certificates, one for authentication and another for digital signing. They may get a third certificate, which is still to be offered for PKI-enabled machines. The next question is, how big a digital certificate? A digital certificate takes upon only 7 to 10 kilobytes or KB of computer memory. Next question is, what is the best browser to use when using PKI? The answer is, Mozilla Firefox is recommended as it works well with Java, which is needed to run the digital certificates. Next, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or other Chromium-based browsers, on the other hand, do not recognize Java. For the next question, what is the best email provider to use when encrypting and signing emails? The answer is, it is recommended to use email providers such as Mozilla Thunderbird and Microsoft Outlook for your digital certificate. For inquiries and submission of application, please email the support.pnpki@defed.gov.ph. Public Key Infrastructure or PKI allows users of public networks like the Internet to exchange private data securely. PKI is essentially a set of hardware, software, policies, personnel and procedures needed to create, manage, distribute, use, store, and revoke digital certificates. The PKI is one of the core services being offered by Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, that will foster trust in the government by ensuring secure and reliable online transactions. According to memorandum issued last July 16, 2021, OUA Memo 00-0721-0129. Take note, while waiting for updates on the request to waive all the needed requirements, all DepEd personnel are advised to fill out the application form, especially for those who will serve in the 2022 national and local election. To accomplish the Pnpki application form, you need to download the application form at this link. Then the second procedure, secure a soft copy of clear and decent passport size ID picture with the following specification. First, the size should be 4.5 cm by 3.5 cm or 1.8 inches by 1.4 inches. Second, picture should show the whole head up to the shoulder. The next, it has clear and high resolution with minimum of 600 dpi. Next, when taking the picture using smartphone, ensure that the resolution is set the highest setting and with the ample lighting. Next, image should be the either JPEG or PNG format. The next, picture should be taken within the last 6 months. The next, stretch images will not be considered. The next, picture should have a plain background or white background. Next, secure soft copy of electronic signature. First, using a black permanent marker or any writing instrument with a broad and continuous even ink flow. Write a big sample on your signature on a piece of white paper. Next, ensure that the sample signature is very clear and matches your official signature. Last one, after making the sample signature, have it scanned in the high resolution with minimum of 600 dpi and save in JPEG and PNG format. The next, download the free Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. To download the free Adobe Acrobat Reader DC, go to this site or link. Then before downloading the free Acrobat Reading DC application, make sure that all checkboxes in the optional offers section are clear and check to avoid ads. Then next, click Download Acrobat Reader and follow instruction until the application is installed on your computer. Here are the example logo of Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. Here are the first and second page of accomplished example of Pnpki form. Here are the third and fourth pages of Pnpki form. Take note, Pnpki form will not accept handwritten application forms. To complete the application form, you need to individually fill out the said form by clicking on text boxes. Please note that some items with either an asterisk or red colored boxes are required to be filled out by the applicant or applicants. The next, attach the required passport size ID picture and electronic signature to your application form. After accomplishing the form, save it in this format: last name underscore, first name underscore, employee number underscore, then STO. Thank you and God bless you.